Hey, water signs, welcome to your love reading. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to the House of Illumination. My name is Sadie. If you're new here, thank you for your likes, shares, and subscribes. Welcome to 2023. Let's dive right in to see what's going on for you in love for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. What is going on for them? Ooh, too many. What is going on for the water signs in love, spirit? What is going on for? Okay, there you go. Your first card out, release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. And it doesn't have to be there, you're with them now. Okay, energy, they exist in your energy, whether you know it or not. Codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life. You could feel as though you are healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Okay. Okay, so this is a very straightforward message. Some of you are really dealing with an energy. This doesn't feel like a person. This feels like an energy mostly. What I like to call residue of your past relationship or relationships, plural. Some of you are, I'm hearing that some of you are not, are really recognizing your patterns in relationships, okay? And not only your patterns in relationships, but your patterns after relationships are over. This is imperative. This is very important. Okay, this is what they just said, spirit team, your spirit team. Because a lot of you, okay, this is beautiful. Oh, spirit is really speaking right now. Some of you don't have good after relationship hygiene. That's the terminology they just gave me. I've never said that before. I don't know where that came from. It came from your spirit team, obviously. But it feels as though after your relationship is over, there's something about you that you stay in that energy. Like somehow they stay with you or you stay with them, meaning you keep physical items or you keep them in your phone, you text them, I'm just seeing how you're doing, or there's something about that energy that stays with you. Okay? And you think it's because, oh, I'm cool, we could just be friends, but nah. You're codependent. Okay? Something about that relationship or relationships. Maybe you're a person who says, I can be friends with my exes. And even though that can be true, for you, it feels like there's something else there. Okay? It's not that straightforward. It's not that simple. Maybe you rely on them for something. Obviously, with codependency, you have some type of reliance on them, some emotional need that's being met, or codependency is just someone reinforcing something that's like a habitual negative trait within you. Most likely, you got it from your parents, your family in some way. Maybe you saw like your parents or one of your parents stay in touch with an abusive partner, or an abusive doesn't have to be physical. It can be emotional. It can be mentally. It can be financially. Something about what you learn, you are manifesting in your relationship after the fact. Okay, so a lot of you are not even with this individual, but you are so like that hygiene thing that's where it said, like something after you're done with them, you keep them around in some way, in some physical way or some energetic way. Maybe you're someone who talks about your ex a lot, or they come up in conversation a lot. You might keep a lot of their things, or you rehash your relationships a lot within your conversations. Like you don't talk about really hardly anything else but work and them. Or you play them up in your head, meaning the memories are greater than what the actual relationship was. Or there's something about they stay with you. They stay with you. Some of you need to do, oh gosh. Some of you really need to do, look what popped out though, obsession. Some of you really need to do some type of cleansing. Maybe I would even suggest for some of you a Reiki or a core cutting ceremony where you cut your ties with this individual or individuals. Also with that trait, right? Because here's the thing about core cutting and about, breaking energies with people. It ain't gonna matter if you ain't fixing the root of the problem. None of that's gonna matter. Because like the card, with family healing, family issues come out, meaning that this is not something that's only embedded when you are with someone. This is embedded in you. This is in your DNA. Something about this codependency or relying on a person who's clearly not right for you, or keeping them around somehow, is something that you learn. And so it's going to be important that you unlearn it at this time. Okay? Wow, look at this. As I cut the deck, cleansing. So maybe you need to cleanse your home if they reside in your home at some point. Clarify this message, Spirit, for the water signs: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Clarify this message for them. Okay. You've got a few that came out. At the bottom, threatened, embarrassed appearances. We have retaliation, punish, payback, revenge. This is interesting because this is another form of like those issues, that family issue. Some of us learn that that trait of like, and I'm saying trait because I can't really figure out a better word for it. I guess a pattern. Yeah, a pattern is better. Some of us learn a pattern of like punishing people through emotional standstills, meaning I'm going to stay mad at you. I'm going to stay mad at that person. I'm not going to forgive them for what they did to me for the rest of their fucking lives. And we think we're punishing that person and we're only punishing ourselves. That's just one way, but we do it in so many different ways where we keep ourselves emotionally stagnant, thinking that we're retaliating and punishing a person for what they did, and there's no punishment that you can deliver. The universe has to act on your behalf. It's called karma, right? You have triggers: name, card, place. So this person could be, like I said, this is an adamant object. This person you could have something with their car, or you could be holding on to their keys. I just heard that. Or something about being in their car, or being something with the car, or something with, and it doesn't have, I don't have to, this is not literal, right? Triggers come up in different ways, where to say. You have journal, writing, diary, keeping notes. This is also very therapeutic. Spirit is saying for you to journal these feelings. This is why Spirit is bringing up that after the fact hygiene, because the after the breakup hygiene, because Spirit is saying that maybe some of you really build up people in your mind, or you keep them in your spirit somehow, where they become bigger than what they are. Their presence is, you feel their presence is more important than it actually is. Journaling is very important. Crush, sad, broken, feeling alone. So some of you, this is definitely where you go back, or you entertain shit when you are feeling lonely or feeling depressed, or there's a feeling of needing them for something, right? I used to have a friend who would say, I need something around the house fixed, and that would be her excuse to reach out to that person. I'm like, well, there's also Google, where you can Google a plumber or someone that, that can come over and fix it. That's just an excuse to keep this person in your life. And we don't realize we do that because we're, like the card says, we learn these things through family situations, through things that we grew up with. The feeling of feeling like, okay, this person is really done. We're really done this time. We're no longer seeing each other. We're no longer in contact. That fear can be very threatening for some people. And so I got to keep them in my life in some way. You know? That's what some of you could be feeling. So let's pull some tarot because I don't want this message to be super long. But yeah, it's time to let someone go energetically. Clarify this message for the water sign spirit, please. Really check yourself. You have the star. Really check yourself, water signs, when you feel yourself going backwards or you are reaching out. That's a moment to stop and ask yourself what you really need in that moment. Do you need this person, or do you need that energy back? Or do you just feel like maybe you need to reach out to a friend, or you need to distract yourself, or you need to journal, or you need to do something, have a practice, right? Like something that you do. Preoccupy yourself, right? Like, let's just be real. Relationships from the past typically they're not as good as they seem. They're more bigger, they're more beautiful in the mind and the memories than they actually are. Right? So, especially retrograde season, guys. So you have the King of Diamonds. Oh, this person could be very, very successful. I didn't do this for the other readings, but for you, I feel like clarifying each of these cards. This person could be very successful. This also could be very attractive to you, right? Having security financially, this person probably provide a lot of security. Or, you know, something about their energy felt very securing to you. Okay, maybe they didn't have financial security, but something about their body or something about them made you feel protected and safe, right? The Page of Diamonds. Yeah, this is about, I feel like Spirit is saying some of you need a hobby. Some of you need something that pulls your focus in the other direction when you get to this point of wanting to rehash this. The Five of Swords here with crushed, broken, sad, feeling alone. Definitely someone you're feeling, or, you know, apply the reading. It could be this other person. Someone could be definitely feeling crushed that you haven't, or you could be feeling sad that maybe you're getting to a point where you really have to let this individual go. At the bottom, we have the Six of Diamonds with threaten. I actually just do want to see what's Four of Cups. I wanted to see what was next for this threatened energy. Yeah, you definitely could be I wonder if you're like seeing this person move on like in a real way too. Like this person could be really like, you know, you told them to F off and they're really effing off, and that could be very scary for you. Cause you're like, maybe you thought that this was like that kind of game where you're like, don't call me, but you really want them to call you, that kind of thing, right? Like, so I don't know. It feels as though this is definitely energetically, this is trauma bonds, this is codependency. This has nothing to do with this person. If it was another person inside of that body, you would still have these issues because something is not healed within your DNA and your coding, like who you are, and you need to figure out what that is. For each of you is going to be different, but some of you definitely have this tendency of like, after you break up with someone, there's this whole like, I need to keep them in my life for some reason or another, or you find a reason to keep them around. And I will say this, with this retaliation, punishment, payback, revenge, you have the Star. You need to heal that. If you are a person who's definitely dealing with like, I want to punish them by mistreating them maybe, or holding on to resentment, all of that shit, heal it quickly. You are ruining your own peace, your own life by holding on to this. There's something traumatic for you about really letting someone go. Maybe because of like maybe there was like some type of thing that when you were young that really crushed you about that. Maybe you didn't grow up with a dad or a mother, or someone walked out, there was a dramatic divorce, or like a sudden departure of someone, and that was really crushing to you. So you hold on to energies in a way that's like in a chokehold. Even if this is not like where you talk to this person, over the phone, something about you keeps them holding on. And if this person is preventing you from moving on, meaning getting into another relationship, or they're keeping you angry, then they're winning. They're winning. They're winning. And you are not moving on. You are stuck in that relationship, whether they're there in the physical or not. And that is not the way Spirit wants you to be. So it's time to move on. But this is an inner work, not an outer work. This is not about blocking them. If you can block them and move on, if it was that simple, honey, everybody will be not with their exes and dealing with ex stuff. They will be moving on. Blocking is not enough. This is energy. So you have to clear that energy. You have to do the work on yourself. You have to heal, and you have to depart these energies in a way that's like absolute. Okay? So let's pull you some final cards. I almost forgot. And see what final messages Spirit wants you to. Okay. That is a lot, but I'll take them. All right, so the first card that flipped over or flipped out of the deck was She Who Nurtures, Empathy, Gentleness, Insight. A lot of you are empaths. I mean, water signs, hello. Oh, yeah, it's, Spirit is like, yeah, duh. And it's true. It can be very difficult for water signs, right? Because literally you're ruled by that emotional state, right? That water. And so it can be very challenging for you to really let someone go. And even if you say screw them, I don't want them in my life, but see that energy alone, that screw them, I don't want them in my life, that alone keeps them in your life, keeps them in your energy. When you can get to a place where you don't feel nothing, or you wish them all the love and light in the world, and you mean it, and you don't have any animosity, any resentment in your heart, that's when you know you've moved on. She Who Listens, Understanding, Witness, Compassion. This is what I feel like you need to give yourself, water signs, is that empathy. And you also need to be a witness to your own madness, to your own shit. She Who Hesitates, Ponder, Delay, Confidence. And I think this is what you do. Sort of like you stay in the energy. You think about it. You overly consider something, and I want to keep thinking about it. I want to keep, I want to live in it. I want to make them feel what I felt. You're not going to be able to do that. She Who Flies, Dare, Do, Reach. It is time to move on. It is time to let this person go once and for all. And if this is not just a person, and this is just a bunch of people, scattered energy, you need to call your power back and do the work. All right. So love and blessings to you all. I hope that this message resonated. Thank you for your likes, shares, and subscribes. And of course, I will see you on the next one. Take care, water signs. Have a wonderful new year too, guys. Bye.